Are you the way?
Yes, I am.
You are? Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Not everybody composes into their 90s.
Now, I've been working on a show for a couple of years with a playwright named David Ives, and it's called Square One, and we had a reading of it last week, and we were encouraged. So we're going to go ahead with it, and with any luck, we'll get it on next season.
That is the legendary Broadway composer Stephen Sondheim just a couple of years ago discussing his last musical, then called Square One, just 2 months before he died. His collaborators, David Ives and Joe Mantello, worked for another 2 years to bring the show to the stage. They renamed it Here We Are, and now it is playing a limited run off-Broadway at The Shed here in New York City. And join us now, two of the stars of that musical, David Hyde Pierce and Bobby Cannavale. Guys, great to see you.
Thanks for having us.
What's it like, David, for you to see Steve in there?
We were not prepared for that. It's incredible to see Steve talking about the show and just to see him again, because he's with us, you know, even though he's passed, he's with us every day.
Yeah, big time.
So people who love Sondheim will be so anxious to see this show and fascinated by it. What's the story, Bobby? I mean, it was his last musical.
What's his last
It was
musical?
finished, and what did he write at the
You know,
end?
like I would say the sort of efficiently quick way to describe it would be, you know, a bunch of wealthy people go out for brunch and they can't find a place that has any food, and it becomes completely chaotic and ridiculous, and it's featuring, you know, the music of, you know, I think one of our great cultural geniuses that we've had in the last 100 years, certainly, and anybody who likes musicals or who likes David, at least, should come and see it.
And anyone who knows who you are would also.
There you go.
So, David, tell us a little bit more about what drew you to this, beyond, of course, the legend attached to it. And tell us about your character and what it's going to be like night after night.
Well, let me go backwards. Night after night, it's amazing. And it's a very unusual ride. The comment we get most often is, I've never seen anything like it. And at the same time, you're getting Steve's music and David Ives' incredible storytelling. Audiences are really kind of shaken by it. And also, they go out. I keep getting emails from friends who've seen it weeks later saying, it's sticking with me, it's living with me. And I think that part of it is because Steve was in his 80s when he wrote it. I don't know how old David Ives is, but men of a certain age, people of a certain age creating this. So there's an awareness of the world around us, of what's going on in the world around us that isn't spoken about in the show, but it's like an undertow in the show. And it's funny and all these other things, but it's got weight.
So, David, according to the notes, you play a Catholic bishop who likes martinis, okay? Bobby, who do you play? And how does the tension work between the two of you?
Oh, that's a good question. I play this sort of billionaire venture capitalist who lives, you know, high and mighty, and
a jerk.
And one of those. And
Kind of. Editorializing there.
Kind of, actually, yeah. He sort of has endless wealth, and you know, and all these people really care about is just pleasing themselves and getting as much as they can out of life, and which I think a lot of people can relate to. And once they're forced to sort of realize what's going on around them, that's when the sort of walls begin to crumble. And it certainly does feel like the audience is identifying with the characters in unexpected ways. And of course, the music is just, it's just second to none. I mean, again, if you care about the theater at all, it's like going to see one of our great American cultural icons and his last work. And that's why I wanted to be involved in it. And many people who come to see it, I think, are very touched to get to see this genius's last work.
So, David, how do you describe the magic of Sondheim? We all know the name, we know he's an icon, we know the long resume, but what is it about Sondheim that's so special and so different?
I think he's firing on all pistons, on all cylinders, excuse me. Even in this late piece that his music is extraordinary and very unique. His words, he writes all the lyrics. It's brilliant and so funny, and you go like, how did he come up with this? And then there's a heart and soul under every one of his pieces, no matter how weird or dark or unusual. His subject matter, that's the other thing. He did Sunday in the Park with George is about, you know, a painting. He did a musical about a painting. Our show, he saw 2 movies by Buñuel, this great surrealist Spanish-Mexican director, and said, oh yeah, that's a musical. And now it is. So it's all of that. It's, again, I go back to this thing of it's stuff you haven't seen before, told in a way that it hasn't been told before.
Yeah, from an original mind that's not using some sort of source material or intellectual property to create something. It's what he's been thinking, what he's thinking about, what he wants to explore, and it usually has something to do with existentialism, which I think when we have the time to, we can spend time thinking about. And I think, again, it's a timely show for that reason.
Reading from the New York Times Review, it has a cast of Can You Top This Broadway treasures. I think they're talking about you
And
two
us.
guys.
And us too. Yeah, we're in it too, though. It's nice. Yeah.
You can see here we are now until January 21st at the Shed here in New York City, getting great reviews. David Hyde Pierce, Bobby Cannavale, so great to have you with us today. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.